Pirates and controversy, Imagineering and preservation. You are now turned into the Disney Holic Show.
Hello and welcome to the Disney Holic Show. That's Jen Diz.
And that's Mike TV.
Ahoy Mateys! Today we're setting sail through the history of Pirates of the Caribbean, from the newest update to the changes that have divided fans for decades. Plus, we'll look at some of Disney's biggest controversies along the way.
All right, first things first, we have a couple of updates coming in hot off the presses. I'm going to start in with some D23 news that just launched this afternoon. We record on Tuesdays, right?
Wow.
And D23 is already starting to share some of the stuff that they are doing new this year.
Yep. And we
And
love a video from our friend Michael.
Michael Vargo, what's up? What's up?
He's always genuinely excited to share what's happening at D23.
He is.
So,
He's like the best. I'm so glad that they have someone like him in charge because he's
yeah.
just like approachable and really cool. Anyway, so a couple of the updates they gave out was that Friday and Saturday, the 14th and 15th, they're going to have a Disney Rewind concert. Now, you might be like, what does that mean, Jen? Well, they said it's the best of Disney's 80s and 90s music, including things like Powerline, The
Wow.
Muses, and Disney Afternoon. So that's what we know so far. It did show a little clip of Jodie Benson singing, so I'm assuming we're also getting some of the Renaissance films. I mean, we already did with The Muses, but like, some more things as well from that era. And I don't know,
Wow,
it's
they
gonna
know
be
they
pretty
know their
cool.
demographic. That's for
They
sure.
do. They certainly do. They also announced Sunday the 16th that they're going to have what's called the Disney Experiences auction. And to me, this felt a
Ooh.
little vague. It basically said, like, you can get an opportunity that you could never get before, or something like I can't remember what it said, but it didn't really clarify what this means. Like, what are they considering a Disney experience? I need to know. And how rich do I need to be to join this
Uh,
auction is also
I
what I need
think
to
I
know.
think because that's the name of the division, maybe includes everything like theme parks and DVC and cruise ships.
Right.
Imagine being able, yeah, they just did a dry dock on some ship, so there must be like a bunch of like those type of things that you could buy, like old drawers and chests and things like
Oh,
that.
you think it's going to be that kind of auction?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay. What I was picturing was them having like you can have dinner in the Haunted Mansion ballroom. Like these like
Oh,
new experiences that you can't normally do, and they'd auction it off for like tons of money. Or
interesting.
spend the night in the stretching room or something like that. So I have no idea what
Yeah,
this means
we'll
yet.
find out.
I love it either way. I think it's really cute to have like a more traditional auction with like
You
with
get to have a
like
paddle
a
and raise your
chest
paddle.
from the yeah, yeah.
It should be Mickey head paddle.
It definitely should. And then they also announced Sunday, August 16th, you have A Whole New World of Alan Menken. And this is a one-man show put on by Alan Menken. We've actually seen it one other time at D23. I think he's done it for the last few, at least. And so that's returning to D23, which is exciting. Now, my biggest question is if we have all this stuff coming in, they had one more advertisement slash announcement today that they made. And it's reminding everybody that they're selling afternoon only tickets to D23, which is only at the convention center. It does not include the Honda Center. I think it's amazing. I think it's really cool. However, are some of these going to take place at the convention center while we're all over at the Honda Center? Now I'm like, which do I want to do? So I don't know what's going to happen, but we will have to see when more news comes out. I just can't imagine them having these big concerts at the Honda Center when we're like ex expecting to have the parks panel. Do you know what I mean? It just
Yeah,
seems
yeah.
like, how's this all going to work in? So I am cautiously optimistic. that it's all going to be at the Honda Center. They did show a shot of everybody at the Honda Center, so I'm thinking it'll probably be that. But anyway,
But the afternoon tickets are nice if you just want to see the show floor and pop in. Maybe you're not super hardcore, but you like that kind of stuff.
yeah.
Huh,
Oh,
that's
it's
new,
so
right?
great. It's brand new. Yeah, they've never had it before. I think it is like the best for if you are contemplating going to D23, but you're just really anxious about the convention lifestyle, right? Because it is a lot.
Yeah.
I think this is the best way to jump yourself into it. They still have some panels in the evening. They might even ramp it up if they have more attendees coming in afternoon only tickets. So like they have panels, they have the show floor open till at least 7 or 8. Um,
Shopping.
and shopping, yeah, like
Mhm.
all the other things to do, but with way less people. Like I have some friends that purposely don't go to the Honda Center because they are just not super keen to like the big announcements. And so they stay back because it's kind of the best time to be there. So I would highly suggest this if you
Wow.
are okay with missing out on the Honda Center
I
to just
never
stay
thought
there.
about how slow it is on the show floors when there's all the panels happening at one time. Huh.
Right? Yeah. Huh. Right? Um, and then some other news, not really news, more of like things I want to share.
Yeah.
So at Disneyland, this last week and change has been so slow. Like there's just nobody in the parks. Who would have thought? It's like
I'll tell
the
you why.
middle of
Because
summer.
my ASS and a lot of people are blocked out right now.
You would think
Magic
so, but
Key.
it's only $25 to fix that. So
That's,
like
times how many people. Wow.
right. I mean, that could be the reason. Also, maybe a lot of people don't know that you can upgrade. They might have to, might think that they have to wait till their pass renews.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
It
don't
is a bit
know what's going on
confusing.
with that, but man, it is nice. And I will tell you, last year it wasn't this nice. Like I
Wow.
never would
Okay.
tell anybody to go during the summer. Usually these people are blocked out because you have so many people traveling in, and then it becomes this like touristy version of Disneyland
Oh, yeah.
instead of the locals, right? And it's usually just like super packed all summer, but it's like mid to end of June and it's just like crickets.
Hmm.
Amazing. I'm into it. I actually just went, I've been 5 days in the last week. And I'm also going tonight. So I will have
Oh,
gone
nice.
6 days out of one whole week, like Wednesday to Wednesday or whatever, or Wednesday to Tuesday, I guess. So I'm going almost every night at this point. I'm just like, I gotta get in while there's nobody there, you know?
It is something you'd want to take advantage of for sure.
Yeah, for sure. And to give you like a better visual of what this is like, last night I went with a coworker friend of mine. And she's in town. She hasn't been to Disneyland since I don't know if it was the 90s or very early 2000s, but never been to California Adventure. So at least 2001 or earlier, right? Um, excuse me. And it was just like so nice. We didn't even get there till like 5 because we went after work. And this is what we got to do. I'm just going to ramble it off. 5 p.m. till close, right? The Tiki Room. Then we had dinner at Jolly Holiday. Then we went on Rise of the Resistance, 25-minute wait, which was like just takes that long to walk through the thing. There's no line. Um, the Millennium Falcon, Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway, Small World, Matterhorn, stopped for a snack. We watched the parade. Then we watched the fireworks, which I'll tell you more about in a second. Then we met up with her family for like 10, 15 minutes just to say hi. Then we went on Pirates, Indy, Space, and the submarines.
Wow, you went on
All
the submarines?
I
Wow.
know,
That's when
right?
you have, it's either when you have nothing to do or when it's the only thing to do. But
This was
yeah,
when it was
never.
a nostalgic hit because she was like, "Can we go on the submarines?" I remember that from when I was little. So that's
Wow.
actually why we
Oh, and then
went.
she got
But
to see a new version. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. And she's like, "Wasn't it changed or something?" So we had tons of fun. My feet, I brought I just wear my Chucks because I thought we are only going to be there for a couple hours like normal. And no, we were like trucking around. Because the other thing about like no lines is you also just keep walking. So you're getting your steps times probably 10 times the amount when there's no lines, right? You just are
Oh,
moving
yeah.
the whole time. Oh my God, my feet are so mad at me today. But I wanted to tell you about a little moment that we had when the fireworks were about to start. We were trying to find her family to watch them with, and they couldn't really explain well where they were. They kept saying they're on Main Street. We're like, dude, everybody's on Main Street right now. Like the whole park is on Main Street. What do you mean? And so she's like, let's just find a spot. And right then, this cast member, VIP tour guide, she goes, "Are you guys looking for a spot to watch fireworks?" And I immediately knew. I was like, "Yes, yes, we are." And she's like, "Come with me." And we got front row seats in the actual chairs for like the Club 33 and VIP tour people. We got like in front of all
Oh,
of them, front row, center of the castle. It was like the sky was so clear that night that the fireworks were just so bright. It was like the best moment ever. I was like, I cannot believe this just happened. So cool. I love when that little extra magic gets sprinkled into your day.
especially when you're with somebody and that you are hoping will enjoy their day. And
Yeah.
she
I was like,
did. Like
this
she
is
had a
the
really
best
nice
day for
one.
you, like
Yeah.
ever. Um, and then another thing that happened while not with her, but during this last week when I've gone a lot, we met a cast member named, and I hope I pronounce this correctly, Kakoa. It's Kekoa. He works in the Indiana Jones Adventure attraction.
Oh.
And I had noticed on some of the crates there were these dates, and I hadn't seen them before. I feel like they might be new. There are these giant white dates. It's like a long list of numbers, but it's obviously a date like 1/2/13/71. It's like
Oh.
December 13th, 1971, right? So I was like trying to look up some of them. Some of them were obvious, like the Disneyland opening date. That was easy. But I just like
Sounds like
couldn't
an
figure out what
escape
some of these
room.
were. Yeah, right.
Escape
Of
room
course, I'm
cruise.
on it. I'm like, ooh. Um, and so I saw a cast member and I was like, I wonder if he knows these. He's standing in the area where most of them are. So I asked him, and he didn't actually have the answer to that, but he said he's working on it. And instead, he's like, is there anything else about this area I could teach you? And it was that area where right after you get through the tunnels and it opens up to that big like dome room. And there's the guy in the middle where you're not supposed to pull the rope because
Oh
he's
yeah.
down in
In the
it.
well.
Yeah, in the well. Um, and he busts out this book. And if you've seen the third Indiana Jones, which is Indiana Jones and Last Crusade, Sean Connery.
Sean Connery.
Sean Connery's character, I always call him Dr. Jones, but he's like Dr. Jones Senior or
Hmm.
something, right? Because they're both doctors. Um, he had this book that he carried with him and that kind of transferred back and forth between them. That was like this leather bound little moleskin or whatever book that was like had a band around it, and he just like had all his stuff in there, like his handwritten notes and like pictures or whatever it is, like drawn out. This guy Kakoa literally made one for the entire Indiana Jones attraction. It was
Oh.
so cool. He's like, "Oh no, Disney didn't." Because I was like, "Can I take a picture?" I've never seen a diagram of what it looks like in that what you called a well. I don't know what it's actually supposed to be, like a tomb or something. He's
Like
climbing down in it,
yeah, something.
right? And then he goes down in it, and then there's a room like down below this long tunnel that you go straight down. And I'm like, where did you get this information from? And he's like, some Disney had, and then some I just like did research online and figured out. And it was
Wow.
all handwritten, all of these pictures to like go along with the descriptions. They're all in black and white. He was very much doing it purposely to fit the times. I appreciate Kakoa so much. I could have sat there and talked to him for the rest of my life, probably. Like that was amazing. Like when someone is going above and beyond, you know what I mean? Like
That's
he
like the
just,
extra mile. Yeah.
right. Like I was actually upset that the cast member compliments doesn't let you write a summary. I'm
Yeah.
like, I know I need to tell somebody about this. It's so good. So if you see Kakoa, he did teach me that you can literally ask for what's called a temple tour from
Ooh.
cast members. If it's late in the evening and there's like, and it's really slow, like a night that's just really slow, you can ask and they will give you a whole tour of the temple.
Oh.
So I'm going to try this at some point, maybe tonight. We'll see. Yeah, amazing stuff. Like just hats off to the cast members. And then I just have two other small updates over at Disneyland. One, they just announced today that they're coming out with a summer evening ticket. It's $59. It's Sunday through Thursday only, and you get in from 7 p.m. to close, which in DCA is only like 3 hours, so that's kind of rough. But Disneyland's open until midnight every night tonight, so it's pretty much like a half off ticket for the one park. So
And that's
Pretty
the best
cool.
time to go. And if you're there
Hands
the last
down.
couple of hours, it's the same as going to rope drop. It's just the reverse, and it's much better and cooler,
It
literally. Yeah.
is. And yeah, right. And just prettier because the lights are all
Prettier
on.
lights.
Ugh, no sun
Lots
in
of
your face.
things to keep people busy if you want to ride rides, if that's your thing. You can do it while the
Yeah.
fireworks are happening, or you could
Right?
watch them. Yeah.
All the nighttime shows. You got
Awesome.
Phantasmic, Paint the Night, fireworks. Okay, so many things. And then the very last one is that they have a Pog flavored Dole Whip over at Tangaroa Terrace, which is right next to Trader Sam's. If you're into that, try it. We did. It was delicious. It's like
Oh,
just over $10 and it comes with a collectible 15-year celebration Trader Sam's cup. It's like a plastic cup. It's not
wow.
like a mug or anything like that. But yeah. So yeah,
Let me wait. Let's see if I got this correct. Pog is pineapple, orange, guava,
it's usually, it can also be passion fruit orange guava. I
passion
think that might
fruit.
actually be the more
Oh, I
common
think
one.
that's right. Yeah, that sounds
Yeah.
more Hawaiian
Um,
too.
yeah, it's like a real smooth concoction. That's why like the passion fruit
Huh.
is like smoother than pineapple's kind of more acidic. But
Yeah.
yeah, but they make theirs with pineapple because they're making the Dole Whip, right? So, but
Mm.
it is very good.
Oh,
And yeah,
okay.
little fun twist on the options there.
Nice.
So
Well,
exciting.
there are a couple of things that came up too that I thought we need to talk about,
Okay.
which are things that are one is making people very mad over on the East Coast.
Uh-oh.
So at Walt Disney World Resort, they implemented new resort bus rules for the Disney buses, and the people are upset about it.
New new rules for what?
New rules. Okay, so let's start with what it used to be, right? So it for the way it used to run before like last week was anybody could get on a resort bus, anybody in the world. You don't have to have a park ticket, you don't have to have a resort reservation. It's just transportation to the different places on property.
Okay.
And so what most people do who do want to tour the resorts or maybe go to the golf course or the water park, whatever, a lot of people park at Disney Springs
Okay.
and they take the resort bus from there, especially if they want to do more than one thing, because then they just have their hub and they know their
Yeah,
cars there.
makes sense.
And then especially if you want to go to like Trader Sam's, you know how the resorts are already very strict about parking without a dining reservation. And not everything has dining reservations like Trader Sam's.
Hmm.
So most people park at Disney Springs to go to someplace like that. And in fact, the Plan Disney website, which is Disney, and a lot of cast members usually direct people to park at Disney Springs to do all those things.
Okay.
So, cut to last week, new rules. You cannot get on the resort buses unless you have a resort reservation or a dining
Okay.
reservation. So
What
now
the
they
heck?
basically as strict as it was to enter the parking lot now, it's now that strict to just get on a bus from somewhere far away.
Why would they want to cut that? It, like the people are going to be spending money
Yeah.
90% of the time when they go to a resort. And it's not like the buses run out of space all the time.
Right. Right.
Huh.
The chatter on Reddit is that the time of days that people usually fall into that category that are doing that are usually during the slow times. They're not like rope dropping to go to Trader Sam's or
Right.
something.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, and usually too, they're shopping at Disney Springs and then deciding to go, or they're eating there and then going somewhere else or
Right.
to a bar, or like the boardwalk. Hello, like that's a place that I thought everyone
Yeah.
was supposed to
There's
be able
so
to go
much to
to.
do.
Yeah.
Yeah. The heck?
So people are mad. This is very interesting, and yeah, I don't know how I feel about it because for me, there's like I tried all the hacks as a local and most of them work. So I think I never would have parked at Disney Springs to go to Trader Sam's. That makes me mad to begin with. And I think it's weird that people were already doing that. For me, I'm just gonna go to the resort and park there and make a dining reservation that is somewhere else. Go grab a drink there, have a dessert, then you're in and you're fine and you could do whatever you want. So
Wait, so what are you supposed to do? Are you not supposed to be at the resort at all, or are you supposed to just not take the bus? So now what do you if you can't park there and you can't take the bus there, does it just mean you can't
yeah,
visit?
so the people are questioning that. The chatter is, are they now going to just have people at the front doors of the resort now checking reservations? Like that's the next logical thing to make this operation actually work. And so that's, I don't know, maybe it's a big experiment, but I totally get why people are mad, but I'm just like, at the same time, it just doesn't affect me that much. So I'm like, okay, but yeah.
Yeah, um I've never felt at any of the resorts that we stayed at that like, there's so many other people here that I can't do what I need to do at the
Yeah.
resort. I don't know,
Yeah.
it just doesn't,
And I
maybe
thought
it's become a
hotels,
problem. I don't know.
like all over the world, hotels are supposed to be open to the public, the lobby.
Yeah, they
And
have like
yeah.
spas and everything at them. It's
Yeah.
not just for their
Yeah.
resort people. That's
So
so
maybe there's
weird.
like a bunch of complaints from a bunch of Karens and Kevins, and they're like trying to address it. I do not know. Yeah. But yeah, that is shaking up the Disney World side over there. But before the podcast, we were talking about World Cup and FIFA, and not really talking about it because we were saying we don't really watch it. But it turns out there's a Spider-Man commercial that just came out for Spider-Man No Way Home, and it has Messi in it, who's like the big star right now, Lionel Messi.
Messy.
Messi, Messi.
I love
And
that.
so Messi, yeah, like Messi.
It's
And
cute.
so they are on it, like
Messy.
Marvel Studios, Sony, Disney. They, as soon as that stuff happened just a couple days ago, whatever happened in the World Cup with this guy that people are excited about, they got him in there and he's talking to Peter Parker. And then he comes, and then Peter Parker's like, "What are you doing here?" And the guy was like hoping to see Spider-Man. And then he goes, "Hold on, hold on." And then he runs to the back and he comes back as Spider-Man. And he's like, "Oh, I heard you're looking for Spider-Man." And then he picks him up and they start swinging through the city. It's so
That's
funny.
cute.
Love
Wait,
it.
is he part of the USA team?
I already feel dumb that I don't even know that much.
I just was curious. I have no idea
Um,
either, so I'm with you on that.
Argentina. Argentina. There
Argentina.
you go.
Okay. So the one I was talking about earlier for the Chick-fil-A sandwich, that was the USA person. It's different.
Oh,
But
oh shoot.
I guess they're from SoCal. That's why we all got free Chick-fil-A. Random convo
Oh,
pre-recording, you
interesting.
guys,
Well,
behind
we
the
love
scenes.
a free item.
A free item is
If it's
always
free,
fun.
it's for me.
That's right. Well, how about we get into the meat of the episode? I have a lot
Yes.
to cover. I'm very excited to talk about this with you. And we are going to jump straight in to talking about the newest animatronic character that has joined the Disneyland park team. And that is the cast of Pirates of the Caribbean. So yes, we have a new animatronic if you have not seen online already. A new animatronic has joined Pirates of the Caribbean. They like snuck them in. I didn't hear a single rumor that anything was going on other than like a regular refurb to Pirates of the Caribbean. We all thought we were safe, and then all of a sudden, this guy pops up, and we're like, "Wait, what?"
To
I actually
think
was. Go ahead.
to think you and I were standing in front of it for an hour recording. We're standing on the Pirates Bridge while they're behind us. So we're recording ambiance video for YouTube of Mark Twain Island, whatever.
We could have
And
stopped
yeah,
them.
it behind us in the back rooms, there was something lingering.
That is hilarious. Oh my God. So yes, so the animatronic was added uh and reopened on Friday of last week. And I headed over there at like 9 o'clock at night to go see it. I had to do some play tests for work, and then I jumped out of the house to close the park out and go see our new little friend. So if you have been on Pirates of the Caribbean before in Disneyland, um, you kind of go down the two drops. You see the skeleton on the beach. You turn the corner. You see like the bar scene with the checkers or the chess. I keep saying checkers, chess. The pirates drinking. Then you see the captain's quarters. Then you see the giant treasure room with the big pile of gold coins and all the amazing, beautiful treasure all around. And there used to be a pirate there that was just a skeleton because we are in the world of the past at this point, right? Or, well, no, we're in the modern times actually right now, but we're seeing what happened
Yeah.
by seeing the ruins of these or these pirates taking over this treasure they found. So now that pirate generally looks similar to that same um, pirate that was there before, but now they've added him as an animatronic versus just a static skeleton feature. And it's very interesting. So, before I get into anything too deep, what are your thoughts, Mike? You've only seen this
Me?
online. So, I want to
Okay.
talk
I
about online thoughts and then in real life thoughts too.
It's so hideous. It just doesn't fit in with the ride. He's very cartoonish looking, and his features and his movement is very cartoonish, and even his transformation into the skeleton, which is part of the special effect that they're trying to do, which just seems outdated. So his face changes using they try to make it sound like it's a different projection than Frozen, but it's still a projection. It's just coming from a different source. And because of that, this I don't like the skull because they assume that a black covered mouth will create the absence of space, but it's not. It looks like a mask. Like it
It's
doesn't look
still
right.
lit, like he has fabric over his face
Yeah,
or something.
yeah,
It's still like it's lit up still. Like you can't create true black
yeah. It's hard to do that.
with a
Yeah,
projection. You just
yeah.
can't.
And there's lighting around the room too, and you can't control that, and that's gonna hit it too. So I think we're not even talking about like the story and anything else, but just the technology and the technical part of it is just bad to me at for 2026. And it just and then I don't like the design. So those are those two things. And then I'm assuming you're probably going to get into like how it messes up the story, which to me makes me very mad because it was already fine. So I'm sure we'll get to that. But yeah, just from seeing it online and I've seen it both up close when people take it zoomed in or through the Disney official videos they showed, which is way too close. They shouldn't be showing it that close.
Yeah, it's
Um,
weird.
right? Versus, and then I've seen some where people take it from the boat, which probably looks a little bit better. And I'm curious, I'm going to flip it back on you. If you didn't know anything about it at all and you just rode it at 9 o'clock closing the park and you saw that happen from kind of far away, like what would your reaction have been if it was a true surprise to you?
Like, but I already know Pirates of the Caribbean,
Yeah.
but I didn't know it was there. Um, I probably would have probably been like, what the heck was that? And then I would get closer and be like, oh no,
Uh,
what is this? And then I'd be like, okay, hold on, see what it does. And I'd watch it and then I would judge from there on.
wow. The
But the
stages of grief when they mess
right.
something up for us at a Disney park.
So I will say I agree with all of your sentiments. I've thought through quite a bit of them, like how my one of my reactions was the same as yours, where he's too cartoony. But then I thought about the rest of the pirates in the living section, and I'm like, they're pretty cheesy looking too. Like they have like goofy looking faces. They're all borrachos, like they're all drunk and like
And like some
so.
of the chubby cheeks and the rosy thing.
Yeah, like it
Yeah.
kind of fits that, but for some reason it doesn't fit this. And what
Yeah.
I mean by this is that space, right? And so one of my hardest things is that this area, in my opinion, left it up to your imagination. For the last 46 years of my life, I've imagined what that pirate was like. And he's the one that found all the treasure, right? So he's got to be a badass. He's the smart one. He's the coolest pirate of them all. And now I have a face to the name,
Ah.
basically. And I am not here for it. He is dopey. He's derpy. He's like, oh, actually, the worst part of the whole thing I didn't even mention was the noise he makes. There's
Oh,
three different track sounds. He doesn't say words at all, he just makes expressions. And the first one I heard come out of his mouth, out of his projected mouth, was, ooh, like I swear, it's so goofy. And he goes like, oh, like I got this coin. And I'm
oh.
like, why does he have to be like that? Like not all the pirates in Pirates of the Caribbean are like that. We
Yeah.
have the captain, we have the auctioneer, we have like a lot of people that are like the guys in charge and they're badasses, right? This guy should have been a badass in my opinion. Like
I never thought
he's
about the badassery part of it. I always thought he was supposed to be the opposite, like the chump who picked up the
Oh,
cursed
okay.
coin. But it could be both because in the movie, I know this is not the movie, but Barbosa was both a badass, but also outlasted everybody, got the treasure, and then was cursed.
Right.
So it
Yeah.
could be
That's
both.
kind of,
Yeah.
yeah, like he
Yeah.
didn't realize there's a curse, but he was able to find the treasure,
Yeah.
you know? So I'm just like, I don't know. Um, let's see what else. There's
And it was
okay.
spooky at this scene, especially as a kid, it was still spooky at this part of the ride.
Yeah, and that's another thing. It's I'm glad you brought that up. It's very quiet in that there's music in the
Yeah.
background. It's very much like you're just able to look around and take it in and see like now we're going to see hear the story about these guys, right? And another thing for me is that he is so distracting. He's like a lot, right? And now I don't have like my eyes are distracted. They just look straight at him. I'm not looking around the room at all, like the beautiful treasure and all this stuff. I'm always like, I've been on it a million times. I still look all over that room every single time. Like I'm never not interested in it. But now I just stare at his ass and I'm like, so
It's like I would only expect something like this maybe at a brand new park, like in the new Dubai park, and they're doing Pirates of the Caribbean, and then they plus some of the scenes, fine. But not at this one. This is like the OG. And there was something that was acceptable and fine, like when they put in like Jack Sparrow. Like now it's been there so long that it feels part of it. And some of the other changes, like Red, most of us love that. And but this one just seems like it's yeah, very jarring and it changes the tone of the ride.
yeah. Yep. And it's like what I think you're also trying to get to is like, no one asked for this. No one
Nobody asked
needed
for
it. It didn't need it. It was fine. Like literally, Disney, take the budget you spent on this thing and put it somewhere else that needs it. There's plenty of rides
it.
that need help. This
Those are some of the best
did
memes I'm
not.
seeing, like where they show the kid drowning, a kid getting saved, and then a kid swimming. Do you ever see these memes? And
No.
like the kid that's left to drown, it'll say like Tomorrowland, and then it'll show them saving something. Instead, the lifeguard's saving like a not kid who might be Pirates of the Caribbean. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that's perfect. Also what you were talking about the technology, like they're like trying to make it look like this is some like brand new, amazing new blah blah blah. I am getting tired of that. They do it
Yeah.
all the time, and it's not upgraded. It's just like something slightly different than what they did before. Do you remember the first time I think this happened to me was for Incredicoaster? Do you remember the cookie thing?
No.
When Incredicoaster opened, they're like, brand new
Oh, the
technology, never
smell.
seen before. And I'm like, yeah, we still can't see it because it's a scent. And it was just like, because they have a smell on a roller coaster that nobody's done it before. Sure, you can maybe write a patent for it, but it doesn't mean it's like breaking news over
Yeah.
here. You know, like,
Like,
yeah, it's
and that's
cool.
why they should make some of these things just be a surprise and delight instead of making a big stink about it.
Right. And from what I was able to get from doing the little bit of research I had time for, with this one is that he is not projected from the inside like Frozen. It's
Yeah, yeah,
projected from the
outside.
outside and the face is contoured. So again, like we have this
Yeah,
technology already. It's just like, oh, now we're shooting on a contoured face with projection mapping. Like, I
yeah.
don't know. It's taking like a couple different things and making it work in a different way. That would be like me moving my desk lamp to the other side of the room. Be like, it's a brand new desk lamp. Like, no, it's
And
not.
people have been very vocal about projections and screens and no longer liking it.
Yeah, and something like
Yeah,
pirates.
yeah. That's weird.
Oh, it's like heartbreaking. Okay, let me see what else I had all my thoughts written down here privately because I didn't want you to see them before we talk. Um, let's see. Oh, the loop is very quick. It's like
Oh,
he
so you
goes,
see it transform
ooh.
too many times.
Yeah, you see at least almost four full transformations while you're on the boat
Oh, that's confusing. That
at like
also messes
regular
up the
speed.
story.
Yeah, and I'm like, I don't need to see that over and over again. Um, and let's see what else. I guess that's it. The only other thing is that you're right. The story is, in my opinion, messed up. Do you remember when they added the Hatbox Ghost to Disney Florida, Disney
Yes, in
World?
the wrong place before the ghosts have been called.
Before
Yeah.
the freaking seance. So, like, this is supposed to be when they're skeletons. It's not when
Yeah.
they die. It's like not literally when they died. Um, and then you get to the next part where they had added that guy not too long ago that transitions from a skeleton to human. Now you're seeing the change and you're going into the realm of like the past and seeing
Yeah.
like what the pirates were doing. And so like now he's just like ill posted in this other area and like we just didn't need it. Just did not need it.
Okay, I will say on behalf of a really good Reddit post that people were upvoting, I'm going to share it with you. So,
Okay.
first, hypothetically, let's say it was a good animatronic. Let's say it was like out of this world and we were just like so impressed with it.
Uh-huh.
Still hate where it is. So this Redditor said, "What if okay, let's assume it's a good animatronic. What if instead of putting it there, they replaced Jack Sparrow with it. So it actually enhances the story because by the time you get to the end, you meet that pirate that got cursed, and then it's like full circle, and that was the one from the beginning with the bones."
See, they'd have to change the whole story then. Yeah.
And I thought, okay, that would be interesting. Like if they were really trying to do something with this guy so bad. And the point that they're not is they didn't give him a name. He's still anonymous from as far as I
Yeah.
know. Yeah.
He doesn't even have a speaking line, he just makes noises.
Ooh.
Ooh. Oh my God, I hate it so much. I'm not here for it. I mean, okay, I will say two good things about it. No, just one. One is just that it looks better. It looks a lot better in person. I will admit, it looks way better in person than it does online.
Yeah.
But also, we all know that screens over time degrade so quickly. I went
Yeah.
on the submarines for the first time. That scene when they're going through the what's it called? The highway or whatever, the
Oh, yeah,
ECC
yeah.
or
Where
whatever
the
it's
turtles
called.
are going.
Yeah. It looks so bad you can completely see the top and bottom of the screen. It's so washed out. It's like, what's going to happen to this guy over time? And in fact, if you're looking at our YouTube, he looks 1,000 times better in this picture than he even does in person. So like but yeah, they're gonna have to like keep up with maintenance with it. But the one thing that I did think was pretty cool is in the little loop he does, he looks at the coin and then he dies, and like a couple seconds go by and his skeleton kind of goes like he falls like a real skeleton after time would like start to
Oh.
fall. That part was pretty cool. I'll give that to them. I like if and that's what I'm like picking, trying to find something here. But um I also pulled some fan thoughts from Reddit
Ooh.
and I picked like the top five rated positive ones
Oh,
and the
okay.
top five negative ones. Which one do you want to go over first?
Negative. Let's continue. Let's do some
Okay.
negatives.
Okay, first one, or no, we'll go five and up. Okay, number five was I'm more bothered by the placement than I am the technology. It interrupts the flow of the story and the ambiance.
There you go.
Gray sister snaps. This completely kills the story of the ride that you are no longer going back in time.
There you go.
Sometimes less is more Disney.
Ooh, yeah, let your imagination run like Walt would have
Yeah,
loved.
like mine had been all these years, and now it's like, who the hell is this person? Okay. Number two is that non-moving skeleton on top of the gold was a classic. And then number one, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Broke up. Yeah, and there's nothing else as far as we know that was added or refurbed
Yeah,
visually, right?
no. Yeah, I
Man.
don't even think there was any. There might have been some small things, but I didn't notice anything else at all.
The other part about something said is like a classic, right? It also added to that lore for the average person that some of these skeletons were like human skeletons. Like if you don't have a Disney holic to point out which one it supposedly was and which skull and why it's not anymore, whatever, it just, when you're young and you're like into it, you're thinking, oh my God, these could be real. Like
Right.
creepy. Yeah.
Yeah.
But now,
Oh, that is
obvi
weird.
not.
Maybe not.
Obvi not.
The top five positive ones. is the technology itself is incredibly impressive, even if it's not perfect.
I don't
Yeah,
believe that.
throw shade
That's a
at that person.
stretch.
The face isn't more cartoony. Oh wait, the face isn't more cartoony than the other figures in the attraction.
Fair. No, you brought that up earlier, and I think that's fair.
Yeah,
It's the jarring part of it being cartoony in the middle of the spooky parts.
right, right. My first thought was this sucks, but looking at a ride through video, maybe it'll be fine. That's like their second highest rated positive comment. I don't think that's going very well. And
And
then
there's
number
something
one,
you mentioned about the screens, something looking bad through the phone, right? And in this day and age, you have to make your rides be able to look good on a cell phone because people are going to take the video. That's just the way it is. You can't get
yeah,
around it.
yeah, very true. And then number one was just looks awesome. Can't wait to see it later tonight.
That was
Guess,
yours,
guess they
your
were.
post before you
That was
showed up.
not my post because I didn't even think it looked awesome on the phone. Ah, all right. Well, I thought jumping in real quick and just looking at the history of the changes in parts of the Caribbean would be a fun little exercise because, like,
Ooh.
I feel like there's been a lot of changes over the years to pirates, and a lot of
Yeah.
them are politically correct changes. Like, probably the most out of any of the attractions, right? That were politically
I
correct.
would say Pirates is the first one that I experienced where I knew why they changed it and people talked about it.
Right.
And so I definitely remember Pirates. It was the chasing the food thing,
Yep.
a
Yep. And
couple. Yeah.
that's, I think it might have been the first one. Let me see here. Yes. So it opened in 1967 and lasted for 30 whole years untouched. So we didn't
Wow.
have any changes until 1997, which is when we started seeing those PC changes. And the original scene showed pirates chasing frightened women, it says. It's like,
Wow.
oh man. Um,
They weren't even
then it
hiding it.
changed. Yeah. Then it changed so that the women are chasing, hold on. Change the women chase the pirates with rolling pins and food.
Yeah.
So, right, yeah. Um, why they change this? Because they wanted to modernize the humor and remove the implication that women are being pursued.
So they're like, let's just change it
Yikes.
to women battering their husbands.
Right, right, yeah. Which is also annoying because then they're still depicting women in the kitchen.
Yeah,
She's
yeah,
doing the
with a
rolling
rolling
pin.
pin.
Also, if you were to watch, I actually went back and double checked myself. Like when it first opened up until 97, they have five turntables, but one is just the chickens, right? So we have four turntables of people chasing people. And all four of them, the men were chasing the women. No, I'm sorry. Out of three of them, the men were chasing the women. And the fourth one was a woman was chasing a man in the original one. But she was a larger lady. So
Oh,
now they're saying like, oh, the larger lady has to chase the
they're
man,
gonna
right?
go
Like,
after the guy and chase him.
right. So stupid. So in 97, what they changed is they made one of the scenes, the woman was chasing the man with a pitchfork. And then
Wow.
the other two scenes, they left the one with the larger lady as is, I guess. And then or I think the guy's holding food too. And then the other two
Even
scenes
worse,
they
now she's
put
going after him because he has food.
exactly.
Oh my God.
And then the other two ones, they have them holding food or whatever. Yeah. So supposedly that's the reason why. So that was uh
That one I don't agree with. It doesn't bother me and I don't care enough about it, but I feel like they don't need to they shouldn't have needed to address the political correctness because we're watching kind of they're like bad guys, these pirates.
right. No, that's true. Yeah.
Like they're
And
doing what they do, but
I've
they're
seen
like
that
bad.
argument online a lot, like people talking about that when I was reading about this stuff. And it's like they're pirates. They're drunk.
Yeah.
They're assholes. Like let's be real. Like they're not supposed to be good citizens, right?
Yeah,
That's the whole
yeah.
thing. And so, but I guess also they can just depict them being idiots and ooh
Yeah,
instead of like
instead.
raping women and
Fair.
auctioning off women as well, which is the next one. Oh no, it's not. It's later. In 2006, Jack Sparrow and other movie characters are added. Other movie characters?
Yes, they
Or-
added Barbosa. They
Oh yeah,
switched
yeah,
him out.
yeah. Thank you. I
And
was
then
like,
they
who?
added or maybe you'll talk about this. I don't know if Davy Jones was later or at the same time.
Same time. Yep, that's
Oh,
when they did
wow.
that.
Okay.
The Mist. So yeah, we had all three of them added. Captain Barbosa took over the Wicked Wench. Um, and yeah,
Oh, is
Jack
that the name
Sparrow's
of the
added a
ship?
couple times. Uh-huh. In the
Oh,
big
okay.
ship scene. And then Davy Jones appeared in that waterfall that we used to have. And yeah, it was just trying to promote the film, and it was very well received. So they wanted to implement it into the ride, which is also, it's like so meta, right? It's like a movie about a ride, and now we have the movie in the ride. Like it's just
Yep.
like, it's kind of cool.
And now there's people who have experienced it all at the same time for the first time. They didn't know
Yeah,
whether or not it was an attraction first or not because they saw it all together.
right,
Um,
right.
I
They
do
were born
remember
when the movies were already out.
they're born, the
Like,
movies are out. The Jack Sparrow's already in the ride,
can you
everything.
believe Jack Sparrow's been there for 20 years?
That's crazy.
2006 when it was added. And then
Uh,
you were talking about, sorry, go ahead.
oh, I was just gonna say the movie was so good. Like the
Yeah,
first what two or three movies were really good. So
really
it
good.
when it works, and
Yeah,
it's easier to say fine and not get too mad about it.
right. And like Jack Sparrow, okay, so he took over. First of all, they added him to that very first scene next to like the Carlos Dumpy Chicken
Oh yeah.
thing. There was nothing going on there. They had those like dress fitters, and then they have him just added in. So
Yeah, like
I
peeking
don't think
in.
anybody was mad about that. And he's like the best looking one too. He looks hecka real.
Okay, that's a good point. The animatronic at that time, it even still is like it was state of the art. Very,
Right,
very cool. Yeah.
right.
Like that's worth bragging about.
I like that better than the ooh guy,
Yeah,
right? So,
exactly.
and then the second one, they replaced a woman that was in a barrel, and now Jack Sparrow can pop out of the barrel. It used to be like a woman tied up in there,
Oh,
which is also probably slightly PC to change, right?
that's
So,
funny.
um, I don't know if people were upset about that one or not. And then the final one, they didn't really have anything there. They had that whole room added with all his like treasures, and
Yeah.
he's just like kicking in that chair
That's
sideways,
like a
being
big
all
new
cool
scene
guy.
to build into an old ride. It was just a
Yeah.
wall, I think, right? You would just
I
drive
think
right
it was
on.
just a wall. We had the World of Motion guys up on the side. They came from
Oh.
like Epcot, and then they get put in there where they're pushing the trunk up the
Oh, yep.
hill.
The last two pirates.
But that wasn't, it was like a little further up if I remember correctly. So they didn't, I don't think we really lost them because of that, but
Wow.
maybe, I don't know. But they did get removed at that time. And then earlier you were talking about Davy Jones and that mist, aka waterfall, that he was projected on. In 2011, Blackbeard took over it for a little bit. It was ended up switching back to Davy Jones at some point, but it was because
Oh.
On Stranger Tides was coming out, so they wanted to promote the movie. Super smart, like nice. It's almost like it reminds me of Star Tours, like when a new movie or something comes out, they
Yeah,
can,
update it with the newest.
yeah.
Now, where
Um,
Davy Jones used to be, there's an octopus now. Is that an Easter egg to him, or is it, or was that always there?
Oh my God, I never thought of
Oh,
that.
wait, I thought you told me that.
Maybe I did. I don't remember though, and it's brand new to me today.
There you go. Easter egg. Octopus is in the spot where the mist Davy Jones used to
I
be.
don't think it was me. I feel like that's brand new information. I could be
Wow. It might have
forgetting.
just been Reddit or something.
That's hilarious. That would be very cool. I'm going to say it is.
Yeah, it is. Let's just say it
Right?
is.
They could have picked anything to put there.
Yeah.
I do get frustrated though when, like, my friend last night did it. She kept staring at the octopus. I'm like, no, look at the guy. It's cool. It's a cool effect. People are distracted by him down there with his little bling bling in his arms or his tentacles.
Cute.
Um, all right, moving on to 2017, the bride auction scene was reimagined. That was when they took out, well, not took out, but changed Red to actual Red instead of Redhead. She got a job. She's now the boss bitch in charge at HBIC, head boss. And
Head boss in charge.
yep. And then
Took
they
me a second.
stuck shit in people's arms, right? That's what they did with the food. Now they have like things they're auctioning off in their arms. They're still in the line. Oh my God, so funny. Again, PC change all the way up in 2017. We probably shouldn't be auctioning women off, especially human trafficking going
Human
on
traffic.
so
And
frantically.
I think they did her justice. Like she got a promotion. Like she's a
She
badass
did.
pirate now, and she has like more story to her. and they
Yeah.
have more merch they could sell out of this new character. So
Right.
win-win.
You know what's funny? I actually thought about this back when they changed Jessica Rabbit also. Um,
Oh,
they had changed her from being like a lounge singer to like
the
she's now a
detective or
detective,
something,
right?
right?
She's
Yeah.
like Dick Tracy. She's got like the yellow
Yeah.
jumpsuit thing, or not jumpsuit, but the
The
trench coat.
trench.
Yeah, and the hat. And people were like, what the fuck was wrong with her current job? She's a lounge singer. Like she's not
Yeah.
like
And
a
especially
sexual
from the
object.
movie,
And then also like with the positivity around sex work, like
let
what
her
if the
be.
redhead wanted to do that, you know? But maybe not back then. Maybe, there was a thing of people getting auctioned off that was not under their
And
consent.
even though it could be part of the story, like we're saying, and it could be fine, does Disney want to be the one that is
Yeah,
exhibiting it? No.
very good point.
Right.
That actually is it,
So like
100%.
Universal could do it or Knott's can do it. We're gonna just pass on that.
Yeah. Yeah. We're just gonna skip over it and just save the drama for your mama. All right, so after that, in 2018, the original cave narration was restored and they took out good old Davy Jones. A lot of
Oh,
us missed the waterfall. I really missed the original dialogue, so I was so excited when it came back. I think that one was a surprise to me. I didn't know about that before I went on it, and I was like, "What?" I was freaking out.
nice.
Um, I do, however, miss it would kind of like create this big reveal going into the open room with the ship
Oh
because the
yeah.
fog was so intense that you kind of go through that small opening in the cave up into the big room and you're like, wow. So like I like the effect that that would create over the whole like waterfall thing. If the
Yeah.
waterfall looked like it did, this is another screen problem, right? Or projection problem. It used to look so cool when it first
Yeah.
opened, and
Yeah.
then it just you could tell it was just like a projection square
Yeah.
on some mist that sometimes was barely even working. Like they
Yeah.
just gotta keep it up. I don't understand why that gets so affected over time, but it just does.
I remember when they replaced Phantasmic and finally updated those screens, and I'm like, oh, you could actually see all the cartoons. I
Yeah.
forgot what it looked like.
Oh, I thought they were all blurry. Oh.
Oh man.
Oh my God. That was also the same time when they did that, as we talked about earlier, when they added the skeleton transformation scene. And that was simply put there so that they can show that you're now going into the life of the living pirates. And it's
Yep.
great. So
Only to undo it all a few
only
years
to
later.
undo it all, right? I know. Well, I had put together the top 10 most controversial Disney park changes, but I'm actually going to hold that because we have had a lot to say for
Yeah.
today's episode. So I'm going to save it for next week so
I
we can
like
go
that. And
over.
we love controversy, so I'm sure we
We
have a
do.
lot to talk about.
I know. I want to throw all my thoughts into all of these. So I'll save it for next week.
Well, today's episode, we did talk a lot about the controversy of Pirates of the Caribbean, not just the timeline, but also the new anonymous pirate that they added to the front of the ride. And then we also talked a lot about some of the things happening, like the new D23 announcements and some of the things just going on in the world of Disney.
Well, thank you all for listening, and we hope you enjoyed episode 294 of the Disney Holics Show.
Follow us on social media at the Disneyholics.
And if you'd like to get in touch, send us a DM on Instagram or contact us at thedisneyholics.com.
Okay,
Goodbye.
bye.